What was something you were on the outside of that you really wanted to be on the inside of?
That's a great question.
It is a good question.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Good to see you guys again. I love this show. Thank you for taking the time. I appreciate you.
Thanks. Hi,
Thank you.
Jake.
I'm going to jump into this. I feel like we all can relate to sort of being on the outside and looking in and wanting to sort of sit at the cool kids table. That was basically me my entire life in high school. I'm sort of curious, when you guys were starting out in this industry, what was the cool thing that you really wanted to be a part of? What was something you were on the outside of that you really wanted to be on the inside of?
Ooh.
That's a great question.
It is a good question. I mean, I did always want to act, but it was kind of a silent dream. Like, I just thought, oh, everybody wants to do this. And I remember really wishing that I was in the movie Annie.
It's the hard knock life for us. It's the hard knock life for us.
Oh.
Like, I really, like, Aileen Quinn was like, I really wanted to be Annie.
There's still time. With
Annie grown up. That's a great.
Write that down.
That's a great idea. Annie grown up. Where is she? What's she doing? She an ad exec?
Wow.
Where is she?
You know what? Somewhere right now, an Apple executive is writing that, going, yeah.
Write that down.
Yeah.
They're
Write
here.
that down.
They're here.
Okay, but so to that point, though, on the
Hint,
flip
hint.
side of that, I feel like this show, in a really hilarious way, also shows that just because you're a part of that club doesn't mean you belong there. And you guys are at the top of your professions, you're at the top of your games. But are there still moments of insecurities? Like, do you still have, to any degree, any kind of imposter syndrome when you're on a concert stage or when you used to be on the SNL stage? Like, is there any part of you that goes like, I don't know, like I made it in, but I don't know if I belong here?
Isn't that the life of the story? That's the life of an artist.
Yeah.
Right?
I almost think that's almost the healthier way to be, in like a super messed up way.
Keep
for
things
myself.
simple. Yeah.
Yeah, I
agree.
think you're always, because we're putting ourselves out there, I guess, as our job.
Super vulnerable.
And I think to question how it's.
I mean, we can say, yeah, we feel great and let's do this. I mean, then, obviously,
Yes.
at least when I'm on stage and when you hear action, it takes a second for it, but yes.
Yeah.
Me, every junket, every single one. I
think that's normal.
this.
I think that's normal.
Yeah.
If you guys would allow me one geek out question, one nerdy geeky question. We are 15 days away from the 25th anniversary of Livin La Vida Loca.
Oh my God.
Yes.
And it is a moment that is ingrained in my own life. And I'd love to hear from both of you about what you remember about that time and the release of that song and just that the wave that was that song and that entire album, really.
It was a huge song. I'm trying to think where I was. So this is 2000?
1999.
Oh, 1999.
2000.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just born. So I don't remember.
I think it was.
It's a huge thing.
It's a huge moment, and listen, I just remember receiving the demo from my producer. The album was already recorded, and we were about to go into mastering, and all of a sudden he goes, "Wait, something was born today. Do you want to hear it?" And it was "Livin La Vida Loca," and I'm like, "Stop! We got to go back into the studio. Let's record." So the album was going to be released without that song. Wow. It would have been a completely different story.
Yeah.
And then I just remember every radio station playing it. It became #1 in 75 countries.
Oh my gosh.
And it was very beautiful,
cool.
very beautiful moment in my life. A lot of work.
Well,
I'm exhausted.
Well deserved.
Thinking about it.
Well deserved. Thank you for geeking out with me about that. Thank you for taking the time to talk with me. I've got to tell you, my girlfriend and I started the show together and loved it, but I have an early morning show, so I had to say, babe, like I got to go. And she goes, I'm just gonna watch a little bit more. 4 more she watched.
All right, that's a
more.
good sign. That's a good sign.
You guys, thank you for putting up with my crazy questions. You guys are always the best and very kind to me, and I love you guys. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.